Hello everybody, welcome here, or welcome back, whatever the case may be. I had an idea of something I want to try, and I'm going to take my head form, got some pins here, got my wig cap that I'm going to put, let's see, can I line that up a bit where there, okay, there we go. And then we're going to take and get ready for this side, because it's going to come down here, but I need to measure first, because I want that, that's got to be lined up with the center. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, I'm going to take my trusty tape measure, and it doesn't matter whether you're going to do inches or centimeters, millimeters, but what you want to do is kind of line it up where you want it on your forehead and at the back. So I'm trying to get, I want that at the nape of my neck, and that is going to come up to there. And that gives me 14 and a half inches. Now, if you just had a string, just take the string, the size that you want, put it on here, measure it back, and I need it to come down just a little bit more. I think that might be 14 and a half, so let's just double check from there to there. Yep, 14 and a half. Now, the other measurements you want to get is sort of your temple to your temple, and that's going to be 15. So I want 7 and a half in the middle here. So 7 and a half. Where's my half? There's my half. 17 and a half. Now, this is not necessarily the right way to do this. This is just my way to do this. And come up there. That seems right. Come up there. Okay, so that seems right. Just a touch. Measure 14 and a half. Okay. Now, another measurement I want is what would be across the bottom of my neck there at the back to go from one side to the other. And that looks to be 6. So I want 6. Half of 6 is 3. So 3. I want a different pen in there. Okay, so I've got that measured in the center there. And then I'm going to pull the cap down across the bottom here so that I can put that in at the right spot and pull this down here. So I want to pull that in at where's 6 is over here. So I need to pull that down, measure, and that's on 6. Okay, so that is more or less my cap measurements. Now I'm gonna just do from ear to ear. Ear is 12. So what I'm going to do is put the 6 in the middle here. Fine, I will just and pull that up. And pull that up. And then I double check with. So yeah, so I have that marked in. That's about where my ear's going to be, is in between those things. And then I will double check here. There, yep. And probably the same on this side. So I'm gonna go from there to there. And 3.5. That looks pretty good to me. So that is the first step of what I was doing. Now I also kind of want to go across the front of my, from here to here. That's about what I want, right? So we're looking at 6.5. So 6.5 is going across. So I need 3 1/4 lined up there. And then that means this. Just try to get something that's kind of straight across here. And I don't want too much give on this cap. You want a little bit to be able to grab. And okay, so that part is done. Now, getting to the fun stuff, not the threading of the needles and things like that, but I have this trim that I'm going to use to make a wig. Where's that pin? So, see, and when it's done, you take the threads off the bottom and the fringe will flow free. But I thought that could be really kind of fun. So I think I'm going to cut the first piece off, which will be the piece that goes from one side to the other, right? So let me get another pin, and I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to put you in here. Okay, get a pair of scissors. I have my sewing kit right here beside me. Pin shears? No, I just want my regular sewing scissors. And maybe go up this way. I'm just going to set you down there now. It's tangled. So that's what I'm going to put on here. I think that's going to be really nice. So I think I can do a dark thread. There's a thread. And this is a nylon thread. I haven't tried using it yet, so this is a great time for me to try and do that. I can get this started here at the bottom. Why can't I find the start of the thread? The one that's tucked underneath. Well, I'm going to figure this out and then we will be back. Okay, we're back. I've threaded the needle, a needle. Normally, I would have threaded a bunch of needles to be ready to do a project, but I am kind of raring to go here. So I'm going to start the same way I would do any other wig and kind of go through the band. I'm going through sort of the netting. I don't want to go through the elastic of the band, but I am going through the band of the trim, the same way I would go through the weft of the hair. Now, keep that knot. There we go. Ta-da. And I'll do that again, just to make sure the edges are really, really on there. And I'm going to go around that twice, just to make sure that's nice and locked in there. And I'm going to take off that little bit of an extra tail there because I don't want it. There. Tight. Because that's nicely locked in there. So I've got that started. So I'm just going to do the same thing all the way along here. And since it's going along the edge, I'm going to put the double through all of that. Oh, why is that? What is going on? There we go. Oh, the nylon thread slides much nicer than the cotton thread. The cotton thread, it has a nice, satisfying feeling of sort of locking into place that the nylon, I guess the nylon has a little more slip, so it goes through nicely, but it doesn't feel the same kind of grip at the end. So it'll be interesting over time which I determine I like better. I'm still struggling to learn how to nicely use curved needles. So yeah, I go through the netted part above the elastic on the cap, and then through the band, which comes out between these. So I'm putting that around again. You could do one or two, and that just helps lock the knot in tighter. So that way if something breaks under there, the knots are kind of locked in. Now you could just whip stitch along here, make something quick and costumey, but you don't want to go through all that trouble just to have it fall apart on you, and you just have to, do it all again anyway. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. I'm also trying to make sure I don't sew through my head form like I did the first wig I made, which because I had to snap threads to get that out. Fortunately, I think a lot of it is because I locked the knots in well. It didn't just all fall apart on me. But I might have to go back in and do a little touching up and securing that a little better. So I'm just going to continue along doing this, and I will come back when I'm further along in the process. Well, hello everybody. Back. I've done several rows in here of this. It reminds me of the hair on Janice from The Muppet Show.
Hi, I'd like to introduce my favorite flick of all time, The Wizard of Oz, for sure.
Only with sparkle. Actually really cool. I think this is going to turn out really good by the time it's done. So I'm just going to keep working away, and I will be back when there's something more to show. Well, hello everybody. I have been continuing on with things. It is 2 minutes to 5 in the morning. I just couldn't bring myself to stop what I'm doing, and I've got that little bit left to do. It's turned out really nice. I really like how this project, this experiment of mine is turning out. Like, it actually really looks like nice silky hair in a lot of ways. So anyway, I guess we will be back here when I have finished. Well, we are back. I have finished, and it is going to be the moment of truth. I'll just turn on the lights. Do you want some flashing? No, I don't want the flashing. Now, I am almost certain that I have sewn this in various places to the head form once again. If I can find the little things that take this off. There we go. Is that one? That's one. There's another one. Yeah, just trying to get the pins out of here. I have to go by feel. I must admit, I'm a little bit nervous to see how this turned out. It took virtually all of my trim. I can't remember now how many yards of trim this was. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh, are you a pin or were you sewn on? Oh, you're a pin. That's neat. Another pin. No, you're sewn in. There we go. And it's definitely much better than the first one I made. Not sewn on to near as many places. Few. Oh, I can't even just snap you. I can't. Fine, I will cut you. I will cut you. There we go. And hopefully that does not release everything. I think I sewed things on extra good. Yeah. Sewed right onto the head form. In a couple of places too good. But all in all, still better than the first time. Ouch. So, this is the inside of the wig. Okay, see, there's a pin still in there. Gotta take that out. I'm gonna stab myself. I think there's a few more. Yep. Another one there. Another one there. Don't want to stab myself putting this on. Okay, now, so that is the front over here. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. I don't know, it's kind of an interesting sort of wig, right? Actually, I'm quite happy with how this turned out. It feels pretty nice. Now, let's see. What can that's a lot of hair to hold. Try and get some less hair to hold. Yeah, it's heavy to hold. And now I've tangled my glasses. Tangled my glasses. What are you caught on? What are you caught on? So, yeah. This is the wig I've made that's going to be in my face till I style it in some other way. So I like the movement. I like the movement. It works. That's the side I kind of made the part to go to. Anyways, until the next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.